Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking NFC Championship between the Packers and the Bucks. It may be cold outside, but our promo code is hot for 20% off the entire site at picksandparlays.net. The Packers are favored at home -3. The total is 51. Of course, the headlines in this one: Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. Tom Brady, one of the best to ever do it. And then you've got Aaron Rodgers, one of the best to ever do it. We've got Sean Higgs joining us to break this one all down. Sean, this is much more than a battle of two quarterbacks. There's all kinds of things you can break down between these two teams. Of course, they've met already once this season with the Bucks winning big 38-10. But as we saw in the Bucks last game, you can't always judge teams by their last meeting, because the Bucks got mollywopped by the Saints earlier in the season, but they went back and beat the Saints. So what do
I
you
like
say?
that, mollywopped.
What do you have on this game this time around?
Well, listen, you made a great point, because Tampa, Green Bay jumped at 10-0 lead, and it was Tampa all day long. And as you mentioned, the Saints beat up on these guys twice, and in convincing fashion. It wasn't just like the offense rolling up and down. It was the defense making plays, making Brady mistakes. And then last week, listen, I had the Saints. I was laying the field goal there. I'm like, you know what? This team, it's a defensive team. I wasn't really worried about Breeze. And then to hear after the game that his wife's like, oh, he's had these crack ribs all season. I'm like, what the heck going on here? I feel bad for him going out that way, but hey, sorry, Breeze. Adios. And let's be honest here. You're not going to get that from Aaron Rodgers. MVP Rodgers this year. Guy's been awesome. He's got a run game. Talk about the best, talk about who's the rookie of the year. They want to talk about all these guys who should be rookie of the year, whether it be Herbert out in the Chargers or, the wide receiver from Minnesota, whoever. Cam Akers. No, the MVP is the guy sitting behind Aaron Rodgers, because that just turned Aaron Rodgers into a freaking machine. Holy cow. Seriously, let's be honest. That guy, they drafted him instead of getting a guy wide receiver, comes out, puts up his best numbers in 10 years, I think. I don't even know. Unbelievable. I'm laying with Green Bay here. Green Bay all day. The Bay wins. I'm not thinking that Brady's played in the cold. We know the whole tuck snow. I don't know. Who knows what the weather's going to be like. It's going to be cold. I'm worried about the rest of the team who's not played in these kind of belts. Brady elevates. He's in the championship game again. 14 times in his whole career, some crazy number. He's awesome. But I'm more worried about, are they going to be able to contain Aaron Rodgers, who's not going to throw 4 interceptions and not turn the ball over like that. He's lost here at home. We've seen it in the past. We've seen Green Bay falter at Lambeau in January. I don't know. I think this team was kind of looked aside all year long. Everybody's on Brady. I got this line actually at 4, and I got it again here at 3. The line keeps coming down. I think it'll probably tick down because the Brady love is real. They got a home game for the Super Bowl. I'm taking Green Bay to screw that up. Rodgers, MVP, he's going to deliver. Brady's the GOAT. This is Rodgers' season, and I'm riding him here.
Yeah, I think a lot of it depends on what you think of that last game between the Bucks and the Saints. Do you think that the Saints threw it away, or do you think the Bucks won it fair and square? And I think it was a good effort on the Bucks' part. They didn't give it away, but I think the Saints gave it away. My goodness, when Drew Brees has 3 picks, do you know how much that changed the game? Obviously, if any quarterback has 3 picks, it's going to drastically alter the game. And so the Bucks had a lot of short fields. And if you look at Tom Brady's numbers, they're really not that impressive. 18 of 33, 199 yards and 2 touchdowns, which was enough to win the game, sure. But I don't know if it's enough to keep pace with Aaron Rodgers, who is throwing like an MVP this season and a lot better than he was earlier in the year. I believe that he's picking up steam, and this offensive line for the Packers has been really good. I think that was the worry going against the Rams, but the Packers offensive line held up pretty solid against one of the better defenses in the league. And I know Aaron Donald was suffering some rib injuries, but it was really impressive to see how much time Aaron Rodgers and how comfortable he looked in the pocket. So I think that's all signs point to the Packers for me. Aaron Rodgers also 62, 35, and 4 against the spread at Lambeau. Those are numbers that I don't want to fade. Do you have any leanings on a total on this one?
This is a tough one because it could be a wild one. Brady's got a couple bullets left in that cannon there. He's going to fire away. I would lean under here, though, believe it or not. Maybe this is tough. I can't even say I have an opinion on it, because I could think under, but then all of a sudden it's 30-24 and the game's over. So
Right.
I, both teams could they easily get to 20, and that should be a given with these quarterbacks and the defenses that kind of bend don't break kind of defenses. But can they slow down Rodgers? I mean, I saw the guy put up almost 50 in a blizzard up here.
Hmm.
He's just been that good this year. So I don't really want to get in the way of that. But they've been kind of an under team because they had been kind of elevated in some of these totals. So this is a little low. You see 51 because you're thinking, 27, 24, and you're looking at a push depending where the line goes. You might get an over, you might get an under. So I don't know. I'm just taking the home team here in a rout, double-digit win by the Packers.
Yeah, I think the total will depend on how much they like to run the football on both sides because actually the run games for both of these teams have been pretty solid. With Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette for the Bucks, both combining for 125 yards rushing last game, and then Aaron Jones for the Packers has been pretty steady as well. And I think obviously those two things are complementary. When the run game's working, the pass game works a lot better as well. So I think it's going to depend on game plan, and that's not something that I would like to try and guess. So I think I'll
That's
probably
an
be
in-game
staying away
play
from
right
the
there.
total. Yeah, you can see how the pace of the game is going, and also the weather. We're filming this a little bit ahead of time, but if you see the wind whipping, because I don't think snow makes that big of a difference, but if the wind's whipping, we've seen how it can take a toll on field goal kickers. With the Ravens kicker getting jinxed by the announcer and then missing all those field goals, so that can definitely affect the total. Any other last tidbits before we wrap it up, Sean?
I was just going to mention the win. That's number one for football here. Forget about the snow, rain. It's the wind.
So just one final thing to monitor, especially when it comes to the kicking game. And I know Mason Crosby was kind of roughed up last game. I need to check the injury report to see if he's all right. I'm pretty sure he's going to play, especially with it being a postseason. But just take one last peek at that injury report and also the weather before you put in a bet would be my advice. But that's going to do it for our NFC Championship talk here on Picks and Parlays. As always, great stuff from Sean Higgs. Sean, thanks for joining us.